Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. You're making it happen, even though they said you couldn't. Now they don't know where to look or to turn because you're coming for them. Let's get right into it. You're making it happen regardless. There were those who said it couldn't be done. There were those who said you couldn't do it. They were very disrespectful. They were extremely discouraging, and they wanted you to take on a downtrodden spirit. They wanted you to think that there was nothing you were going to be able to do to get out of this situation. They didn't want you to be able to think your way out of it. They didn't want you to be able to pray your way out of it. They didn't want you to be able to speak your way out of it. They didn't want you to be able to get out of this situation at all. All right. They didn't want you to be able to make anything happen for you. Some people want to see a person stuck. Some people want to see a person never get out of a situation that they're in. Some people would rather see someone in the same condition that they were in when they left them, when they stopped talking to them, when they last saw them. There are people who want others to be stuck in a certain situation, stuck in a certain condition, and just that's the last you ever heard from them. That's the last you've ever seen them. Certain people don't want other people to grow past where they're at. All right. There are some people that are more comfortable with you in a lowly state than you in a dolly state. All right. A state where you're doing better, having money and success and all those things. But you made it happen. All right. They didn't think it was possible. They didn't think you'd be able to be anything, become anything, create anything, make a way for yourself. They thought it was over for you. They thought you would never become anything than what you were. And that's the way people treated you. That's the way some people acted towards you. That's the way some people chose to look at you. That's the way some people chose to see you. They didn't want you to be able to see yourself as someone that could make something happen. They would rather you see yourself as someone who could make it happen. All right. Some people would rather have you be discouraged, have a limited mindset, have a limited point of view, and not be able to see things possible for you, not to be able to see things as being able to happen. You're the type of person that sees anything being able to happen, and that you can make anything happen, and that whatever you want to happen can happen. There are certain people out there that have a mindset that know that there's nothing that they can't make happen. There's nothing that they can't make a reality for themselves. There's nothing that they can't make real for themselves. All right. The first four letters of reality are real. And you are the type of person that could make anything they want to happen for themselves. You are the kind of person that could take a vision and make it a reality. You are the type of person that could take an idea and profit off of it. You are the type of person that can create the life they want for themselves. And you're making it happen, even though they said you couldn't, even though they said you would be a nobody, even though they told you you wouldn't get it together before their lifetime, even though they said horrible things, negative things, terrible things, awful things, bad things, so that way you would have a mindset that would not be successful. They said it. And unfortunately for them, you didn't believe them. Fortunately for you, you believed in a higher power. You believed in yourself. You believed in your ability. You believed in the fact that, hey, my attitude is more powerful than these facts. My attitude is more powerful than what they're telling me. My attitude is more powerful than what they're pointing out. My attitude is more powerful than what they want me to see for myself. And there are some people that are just so evil and so wicked because your mindset about you, how you look at you, is just so positive and so strong and so uplifting that they have to bring some negativity into your reality and try to get you to look at things from the opposite standpoint. They don't want you to see yourself as being more than able. They want to see yourself at being successful as one big fable. They don't want you to see yourself being successful as a reality. They don't want you to see it as something real, something that can actually happen. And that's why you're making it happen. All right in front of them. Even though they said you couldn't do it, now they have nowhere to look, nowhere to turn. You're coming for them. Your successful self is coming for them. The version of you that knew that it could happen is coming for them. People are going to be running for the hills because you have success that spills. All right. You came to drill. You came to drill everybody's negative mindset. Just but. You came to hit them with a success headshot. So that way they will never, ever look at you as someone that can't do what it is they were put here to do. You know you can win. You know you can have the life you want. You know you can have the amount of success that you want. But there are those people who will try to convince you otherwise, and you're just not one of those types of people who can be convinced. You're hard-headed, and you should thank God for being hard-headed. You're hard-headed to the fact that this isn't something that can happen for you. You don't see that. People tell you things can't happen and you ignore them. People tell you you can't do things and you don't believe them. People tell you you're not good enough and you laugh at them. If a person is not good enough at something, they can get better at it. If a person isn't the one who can do something, they can make themselves the one who can do something. You can become successful all through the power of your thoughts, through your mind, how you speak to yourself, what you say to yourself. There are going to be people who will try to convince you otherwise and try to get you to believe in the impossible instead of the possible. Why waste your time? Why waste your mind? Why waste your belief? Why waste your effort believing in what is impossible and thinking that it can't happen? Because if you were to think that it could, you would also be correct. If you were to think that what's impossible could be possible for you, you would also be correct. Whether the people who are trying to condition you negatively agree with that concept or not, it's real. It's very real. You are making it happen even though they said you couldn't. You've had plenty people come to you and tell you that things wouldn't work out. You've had plenty people come to you and tell you your way wasn't the way. People deserve time to be able to figure things out. People deserve time to be able to figure out life. And if what they're doing isn't affecting you, then leave them alone. But the more you try to condition them negatively and you are wrapped up in what they have going on, that's not going to aid to the process of them being able to get out of it. So that way they don't possibly need you for anything anymore. There are some people who like to get beside themselves because someone needs them, or they are currently helping someone because someone's going through something. Even if you're going through something, even if someone is helping you, even if they're telling you it can't be done, they're being negative, they're telling you to go do something else, you should still believe in yourself. Provide for yourself enough to cut that person off. Provide for yourself enough to get that negative person out of your ear, because the life that you want is still out there waiting for you. The good that you desire is still working its way towards you if you're working your way towards it. They are going to have nowhere to look or nowhere to turn. You're going to have these people digging a hole in the sand for them to put their head into. You are turning your enemies and non-believers and doubters and naysayers into ostriches. You're turning people into an ostrich. They're going to just dig a hole in the sand and stick their head right in it, because they're not going to want to see this truth. They're not going to want to see your truth come to life. They're not going to want to see your dream be birthed. They're not going to want to see the successful version of you. They're not going to want to see these things. They told themselves you wouldn't be able to do it. They told you that you wouldn't be able to do it. They lied to themselves. They lied to you, told themselves it wouldn't happen, told you it wouldn't happen, told you you'd be better off doing something else. You are making it happen even though they said you couldn't. They just wanted you to be mediocre, and they just wanted you to live the life that they wanted, and they wanted you to be successful their way, something you knew nothing about. There are people who will waste their life and precious time that they'll never get back trying to become successful somebody else's way. And then they'll have 5 years of trying to figure things out, being stressed out, being worried, thinking that they're not doing enough when the little bit that they're doing is more than enough for them because it's them and they're not the other person. People will stress you out into an early grave if they're trying to control your life and you don't meet their standards. You don't have to meet anybody else's standards. What you should do is meet the quality of life which you wish to achieve, but also set standards for yourself. And you might even find out that the standards you have set for yourself are higher than those who are setting standards for you, trying to control you. All right. Just because you're not doing what someone wants you to do or suggests you should do doesn't mean you won't become successful. So just because that's not the route you're taking, don't stress yourself out. Don't worry yourself out. Don't create a negative image for yourself, which will create a negative idea about yourself, which will create the wrong idea about yourself, which will have you with the wrong belief about yourself. Don't take yourself down that road. Once your vision is skewed, your belief is skewed, your self-perception is skewed, and you start to believe the negative things that other people have to say, that's committing the ultimate sin right there. That's putting yourself in purgatory. That's putting yourself in hell. And you're going to have to mentally work your way out of that to create a heaven for you. And that's what you're supposed to be doing, listening to the God in you to create a heaven for yourself. There are people who have who want us to do better. There are people who have a good idea of success for us, but it's not our idea of success for us. That's hell. That's stressful. That's basically locking yourself up in a cage when you know there's something you have a burning desire and passion to do, and you put it to the side for the approval of somebody else, and they keep beating you down to try to approve them and to please them and to get their approval. That's a wicked program to be under, to have to get approved by someone who will never be satisfied, someone who will keep moving the goalposts, someone that will never be pleased no matter how much you try to please them. And they keep a lot of good people, naive people, people who are unaware, unsuspecting, and you trapped in a loop of trying to please them and make their life a living chaotic world because they're trying to do something for someone that will always have something negative to say. So they told you it couldn't happen. They said it wouldn't happen. All right, now they're turning to the left, they're looking right, they're looking left, they're looking every way but at you because you are starting to come through and pull through for you. You're starting to make your dream become a reality. Not only are you speaking it into existence, willing it into existence, thinking it into existence, seeing it into existence, feeling it into existence. You're actually putting in the work behind what it is you want to do. You're putting in the work behind the words. All right. You're putting power behind your mouth. You're putting work and hard effort and time and energy behind the things you speak. You are putting yourself in alignment with what it is you want. You are becoming a vibrational match for what it is you want. You're making it happen even though they said it couldn't. These are people who wanted you to think that it wasn't possible. These are people who tried to get you to think that you'd be better off doing what they wanted you to do, because if you were to do what they wanted, they would feel comfortable because you wouldn't be outdoing them with your own vision, following your own vision for yourself, your mind, your heart, your spirit, going after what it is you want to do in life. There's nothing wrong with taking advice from people, but if it's not gearing you to where you want to go and what you have a dream or passion for or burning desire to be, to do, to have, me personally, I would, if I had to do it, I would do it enough for me to be able to just cut them off momentarily, go do what I need to do, become successful, and then go back around them. If their energy is weird and toxic because I'm living my best life, then I would just continue to remove myself from them. But if they would be happy for me and want to see me succeed and love the life that I'm living and want to see me live that life, then I'll be happy with them. But as far as what I want to do with my life, if it's not what you want me to do with it, you're putting pressure on me, trying to force me to make myself please you for your approval, it's not going to happen. I'm going to achieve the impossible. I'm going to do the impossible. I'm going to make the impossible possible. I'm going to achieve my goals. I'm going to make what I want to happen in my life become a reality for me. And I'm not going to allow anybody else's words, mouth, vision, hate, negativity, self-projection to or deflection to make me take another direction. It's not going to work. I'm going to take the direction which I feel God pulling me, which I feel my energy being pulled, which I feel myself being successful in. It may be dark at first. It may be 12 million storms first. It may be nothing but hell first. It may be horrible at first. It may be hard at first. It may suck at first. It may take a lot out of me at first. It may look like it's not going to happen at first. But once you get through that storm, once you get through those negative thoughts, once you force your way to the top, once you continue to climb that mountain, once you continue to run that race, once you continue to keep taking steps forward, all right, even if you fall flat on your face, you will make it and become successful, and you will have the life that you want, and people will be looking left and right, back and front, every other direction but at you. I'm telling you, they will not want to see you. They will not want to be around you. They will not want to be around all that truth, because they lied to you. They know they lied to you, and now they have to live with the lie that they told you, and the fact that you ignored it and still got yours in, still got your money, still got your success, still got the life that you wanted to have. You put these people in a body bag when it came to their negative ideas, their negative beliefs, their negative sayings about you and your life. You killed the idea that they had about you. You killed all the negative words that they said about you. You killed all the negative things they said to you, telling you you couldn't do it, telling you you couldn't be it, telling you you couldn't have it, telling you it wouldn't happen. You are the type of person to make it happen, all in a hater's face. All right. And they shouldn't be hating on you. They should be uplifting you. If it's not working, if you're not killing anybody to get it, you're not destroying your community to get it, you're not living in a cardboard box or a dumpster to get it, even though, hey, some people had to do that to go after their dream. But you know, if you're not just letting your life go to shambles and just having a dream, you're actually, even though things may be in shambles, you're actually working towards better, and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, then keep going forward with your goals. All right, don't let your life go to shambles and somebody try to tell you something positive and help you with a positive way for yourself to achieve things and to get your life better, and disregard it. If you're in a state to where you don't have to, you don't want to do something, but you need to do something, you may have to do what you don't want to do until you can do what you want to do. That's the whole point of doing what you don't want to do. You do it enough until you can do what you want to do. But some of us, they can see that fire in our eyes. Some of us, they can feel that fire in our belly. They can feel that flame on us. They can feel that achievement in us. They can feel that success in us. They can feel that willing to never let it go until we score, until we get a shot, until we get a point. All right, some they can feel, and some of us, that it's not over until we win and become successful and achieve our goal. They can feel that. Some of us don't even get to do what we don't want to do until we can do what we want to do. Some of us, we just got to go all out, trust God, believe, and do what we need to do what we want to do, because we need to do something. Some of us are put in a position to where our back is against the wall. All right, some of us are instead of being led to the right job, some of us were unaware of it, but we were being led to create our own job. So sometimes if you're not being led to where you want to go, maybe it's time for you to create a place for you to go where nobody could kick you out of it. All right. Amen. So, I mean, you're blowing minds out here. All right, you are blowing people's minds. People don't know what to think about you anymore. People don't know what to say about you anymore. People are watching, people are wondering, people are looking, people are observing, people are paying attention. They want to see this success. They want to smell that success. Some of them even want to see you become successful. A lot of people are rooting for you. People you wouldn't even expect. Some people that you thought were rooting for you were actually praying for your downfall, praying, wishing, hoping that it wouldn't even take place and it wouldn't happen. And that's why some of them even told you to your face, that's not going to happen. That's not going to work. You need to believe in what I tell you. Some people don't want you to outdo them when it comes to success and how you live your life. And you're not trying to do that. All you want to do is do what you were put here to do. You can't control whether how people perceive it. Oh, this is better than me, or that's better than I could do. That's their perception. That's how they choose to feel. That's how they choose to look at it. You're not doing that to purposely make someone lesser than you or you better than them. That's weird. You just want to become successful and live the life you always knew you could, and you're doing that right in front of their face. All right, you are coming for them. You're coming for their throat. You're coming for their neck. You're coming at their head. There's nothing that they could say at this point. They can't. All the discouraging in the world wouldn't stop you. All the negative verbatim in the world wouldn't stop you. All the bugs they could try to put in your ear couldn't stop you. All right, they could find the most successful person in the world and have them call you and be like, "You suck. You're not going to make it." That still couldn't stop you. Nothing is able to stop you, and that's why they tried. That's why they tried to get in the way of you doing what it is you wanted to do. Some people will have to struggle to get to where they want to go. Some people will have to have a harder life to get to a better one. Just because you're going through tough times doesn't mean it's going to stay tough forever. Just because you're going through a season to where it's hard for people to reason what they're believing for your achieving doesn't mean you're not going to become successful. If they can't reason, if they're in a season of not being able to reason for your believing to gain your achieving, for what you're achieving, then hey, it is what it is. A lot of people aren't going to believe in you. They didn't believe that the NASA could go to space. They didn't believe Barack Obama could become president. All right, they didn't believe a woman could become vice president. All right, there's a lot of things out there. They didn't believe they could build the pyramids, build the Sphinx, build the Great Wall of China. All right, all the wonders of the world. Somebody was not believing something. All right, all the great people that ever became great, somebody didn't believe in them, and it might have even been the people that was closest to him. But some people, they don't think things are possible. They don't think things are happening. Doesn't mean they're bad people, but you have to go out on a whim. You have to be the one that has faith. You have to break that generational curse of disbelief. You have to break that generational curse of little faith. That's why the Bible says, "Oh, ye of little faith." All right, all you need is the faith of a mustard seed. All right, a mustard seed is about the size of a popcorn kernel or smaller. Might even be smaller. God is telling you, yo, look, listen, just have this amount of faith and watch what you can create. People don't even want to have the faith of a mustard seed. It's crazy, but it is what it is. You're making it happen, all in their face. You're making it happen, and they're upset. All right, they were wrong, and a lot of people can't take being wrong. A lot of people want to be right. Oh, they wanted to be right about you. I'm telling you, they wanted to be right about you. They wanted to be right about you being wrong, and now they were wrong about you being right. Look at that. Look at God. They told you that you couldn't, and you chose to believe otherwise. You know how strong you are mentally? You know how great you are? When someone tells you you can't do that and you ignore them, most people will believe other people when they tell them that something can't be done. It's crazy. I mean, I would never believe someone who told me that I couldn't have something. It would go in one ear and out the other. And I mean, I wouldn't care what happened to me. I obviously care what happened to me, but if I'm working towards something and I know it's possible, I may have to make some alterations to my life. I may have to make some changes to my life. I may have to do some things that I don't want to do, that I'm uncomfortable doing, that I hate doing. You may have to go work for somebody else to make your dream happen. You may have to go do something that you don't want to do for 8 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours that you don't want to do. But you have to see the life that you want for yourself so real and so close and so near to you that it doesn't matter. All that it will pass in the blink of an eye when it comes to you seeing yourself living the life that you can't deny. And you're worthy of more. You're deserving of more. You can have it. So whatever it takes, you're the type of person that can make it happen, and you're making it happen. They told you that you couldn't, and you took a dump on what they told you. You printed out what they told you on some toilet paper. You went and got some special toilet paper, specifically made You can't do it, and you use it every day. All right. It is what it is. They lie. People will lie and tell you certain things that you know just aren't true. And it's up to you whether you believe them or not. Because if you do, you're gonna make that true for yourself. But you had something in you, a God in you, the God in you, your angels, they blocked you. Your angels was like this, hold your hands over your ear, going, nah, 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 nah. He don't hear you, she doesn't hear you. Your angels was going na 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 boo boo all in their face, and now you taking a whole boo boo all over what they said because they told you that it couldn't be done, and you did it right in front of their face. All right, you are making it happen even though they said you couldn't. Now they don't know where to look or where to turn because you are coming for them. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. There's been another DrewTube special. I will, indeed, in fact, without a doubt, see you in the next one. Peace, love, and light. And a little and a little inspiration juice. We out.